My name is Jim Ciesla, and I work with Brinkman Construction. We were the general contractor builder for this project. My role was the project executive for the construction team, and overall there to ensure the success of the project. The favorite element of this structure would have to be the incorporation of the elements for the employees, things that come to mind to me are the slide, the internet cafe, the various coffee break areas throughout the facility, the workout room in the basement, as well as the bike storage and repair facility. So I think incorporating those designs into a standard Class A office building is unique and something that as a builder you don't get the opportunity to be involved with every day. And so I would have to say that was definitely my favorite element of this project. The design in general was a phenomenal experience to be part of. We were brought in early in the project to help manage the overall process and make sure that the project achieved the goals and to be involved with understanding what the organizational needs were in order for OtterBox to run as a company, but to also see the design team led by Nancy Richardson to incorporate a fun experience and environment for the employees is groundbreaking by all means. It's, as a builder, you get to build buildings every day, and offices are, pretty much needs for spaces for the business to function, but to have the environment created that they did and where every square inch of this building was thought of how can we create a fun environment for our people is truly remarkable. The original building was actually two structures. We had the challenge of demolishing one of those structures and then working around a portion of the existing, the original structure. We also had the challenges of working around a lot of the mature trees that you see in place around here, all which were kept intact and in place and protected all during construction. So what it left us was with a very challenging site to work on that didn't leave a lot of room for storage, laydown, and areas for materials to be placed while you're doing other activities. So the complexity of working around that environment and having to really organize and stage deliveries of materials around what you needed that day, especially for the structure itself, was very challenging. The structure as itself, the northern half of this new facility, actually there's a structure within the structure. There's a basement that we had to shore around, and a lot of the trees that you see in place were actually quite challenging to work around in the sense that we had to build temporary structures around in order to put the basement in and then backfill around those while not interrupting the root systems and keeping the trees alive. The building itself had the same challenges where we had to make sure the integrity of the existing foundations weren't ever jeopardized while we were putting in the underground facility. So, and then as we worked around the facilities and built over the top of existing structures, and to incorporate the design as you see in a whole was definitely something that we had to pay close attention to, and not something you work on every day. One of my favorite memories, and I remember it vividly and it was the day that the slide showed up, and it was known that the slide was coming. The truck had pulled up. We were in a meeting at another facility, and myself, Nancy, Kurt, and the entire design team literally ran down the street like little kids, popped open the back of the truck, and we're uncovering this thing just to see what it looked like. And there was a lot of momentum built behind it, an anticipation of what this thing was going to look like when it showed up. And when that happened, that was a really memorable experience. And you really grounded for us is what a close knit family we became from the beginning all the way through the end of this project. And it was really cool. One of the fun facts that come to mind is, when the building that was here originally was built back in the 60s, and for those who maybe remember, there was a stone element that was actually heavy-duty flagstone type material that was on the building, and Kurt despised the look of that stuff. In fact, he wanted us to rip it off the building even before we covered it up, because he didn't want it to be ever part of the final structure. Right before we closed out the last section of the building, we went and chipped off a chunk of the stone, and we were trying to figure out a cool way to present it to Kurt that, because he had made the point to us that there's no way you can do anything good with this stone. And when they finalized the designs for the training facility upstairs in the kitchen, the decision was made to put the bar tap in there. And we came up with the idea to turn something that he thought that you could never turn into anything good into something really cool. And when we did and presented that to him, it was really cool to see him smile and really enjoy what we presented to him, and really realize that, hey, you can, even with garbage, you can make something really neat. So that was really fun.